Hello guys, so in today's video I will not play Geometry Dash, I will play Script Mechanic because I also love this game. And I will show you in today's video how to build this car with the exact same systems. I built it simplified out of the car, so you will be understand and you will understand also the logic and you will know how to build the car like that I build. So first I show you the light because as you know, it's important to see the road. So I will show you how to build this kind of light. It seems a bit difficult, but it's pretty easy and it's really understandable. I already built this system out right there, and it looks like it's the same what is in that car, and as you can see it's this small. I hide this so not see, and if I push that button the lights are get up, and we can do a little trick if we take this piece faster, and this piston will go slower and this will go faster. I can also do that with the lights. So this is the system, but how are we do it? I will build it here again to show you. So let's say we want the lights here. I should make this a bit longer like this. It's perfect. You should make a bit of a second layer of it because of the pistons, but you will need. So let's say you want your light like somewhere here. I mark it with a color white because I usually paint my light with white with the color white. So first we do the pistons that push out the blocks. These blocks. So what you wanna do is, in this example we do it with three blocks, but you can do it as many blocks as you want. So it's like doesn't matter, so it's fine. We take the block down so we can place the piston, and we put the block right here. But if we keep like that, it won't work. So that's why we wanna use a NAND logic gate, and this is used to work like if you connect this with the switch, and if the switch is turned off, it gets signal then, interestingly, and we will use out this mechanic to connect with this piston. It's not pushing off because the building is on the lift and it's for no reason it doesn't push out. So we will use that, and it will push the block out, and we will do the same at this part of this, and we do the same. As you can see, it's working perfectly. And exactly under this you wanna place the pistons for the lamp and put the lights exactly on the pistons. So it will open up. And I forgot to say, it only need three logic gates. One of them is for these pistons, and one of them is for these pistons, because these pistons also need a logic gate, because if we try to use it like this, it won't work, and it's just won't push off the lights. So we need to use an AND logic gate. So we place down the logic gate and we keep it the same. It works on the normal way. If you connect with the switch and the switch gets signal, it will continue the signal to the AND logic gate, and it will continue the signal to the to the piston, and the piston will push off the light. So we will connect this logic gate to the pistons and also to this switch. And if we press the button, we both show up. But for example, you actually build this in a car, and you build the front of it, and what you don't want to see is exactly that. To the light over the block, and you don't want to see that. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do is that we place down another logic gate. It's simple and logic gate, and we connect it to the light and then to the switch. And now it will just light at the time as you push the button, and the lights come up like this. And this is where you know that you were right. Oh, I have to change the range of the piston like 2 blocks. It doesn't. It was my fault. I'm sorry. And you should see a wall if you were right, because the piston is pushed the block to there, and if you push the button, the piston. What the fuck? Okay, I have to pull up the speed. Yeah, and as you can see, it's worked now. If you do this, you place the piston like 2 blocks far away. You should turn the speed of the piston up, so the lights can actually get out and light like this. This system is pretty easy, right? This entire car is pretty easy. So yeah, that system I will show you. It's also at the front, but now it's the index lights or the turning signal. As you can see, I press the D button and oh, fuck it! I forgot to change these. Again? No, it's working fine now. So as you can see, if I press the button D, it will turn right, and the light is signaling to right. No, left. I just look at the front. What? I'm so retarded. No. I'm so retarded. I'm sorry. So now, if we press A, we'll turn left, and it's signaling to left. And if we turn left, it will signal to left. How does that work? When I started to play this game, I always looked up the video with the content creators who can do this, how cool it is and how difficult it could be. But it isn't that difficult as it looks like. That's easy. You don't even need a switch. You just need a 3 logic gate, bearing, and a sensor, and also the headlight, of course, and also a timer. You need a timer right here. And I will build all of the systems in the video what I use in this car. Not all of the systems are easy and not hard. So yeah, let's say we place the lights at the edge of the platform, and we need to place down 3 logic gates and a sensor. Place it like this. Oh no, it actually doesn't make sense where you will place it. And you also need the timer. First, you place this, get this logic gate to NAND, and connect the to the AND logic gate and the AND logic gate to the timer. And the timer you connect back to the NAND logic gate. As you can see, it will turn, it will go up and down like this. In the time, that's why we need the timer. We can set a delay. In this game, we can set the delay in ticks, and as you can see, the glows are slowing down, and it basically that's why we need this in the index system or the turning signal. But we want to use it to signal actually. So we will have another NAND logic gate, and we connect this. As you can see, it will yeah. And so, but that's why, and we need a bearing right here. As you don't need to set a range of the sensor. We will use like this. And also you put down the driving chair or the gaming chair, we can call it also like that. And we connect this to the bearing. That's so good. As you can see, it works. Like the sensor get the signal from the block, and it continue the signal to this NAND logic gate, and this gets into this same signal, this time loop, and it will glow up and down, and it will signal the turn where you will turn with the car. And that's we want to build. It's not optional, of course, but in the game we can say it is optional. In this example we can say it's optional, so you will the same here. NAND. I build it just to show it to you again, and we connect this NAND and logic gate to the timer, and with the timer we connect back to this logic gate, and we connect this to this NAND logic gate as well. How much I set it down? 525. We want to set this as the same as we did, and we don't want to connect this NAND logic gate that is glowing up and down, flashing up and down, because it will do this. It will get the headlight into the same loop, and it wouldn't work. So we connect this logic gate like this, and if the sensor get the signal from this block, it will join this NAND logic gate to this repeated signal, and it will glow this light. As you can see, it works like that. The easier part of this is when you don't want to this. I can show you that as well. Then we don't need a sensor, we just need a pushable button. We place it down like this, and we connect this to this logic gate. And if you press the button, it's signaling again. So you can do that. I also have a car but use this kind of mechanic. It's a limousine, and it looks way more hard than this system. So it just looks right because I somehow made a screen. Really simple, but I will show it at the end of the video. I can't clearly remember how to build it though, so I just show it to you. And maybe the next video I will present to you how to do it. The next thing I wanna show you is how to build the door of the car. This is an interesting door. It's from a car brand called Koenigsegg, and I stole this kind of door from there. I think it's really cool. And I remember when I tried to figure it out with how it actually works. It was pretty hard, but it's pretty easy for now. By now, so I will present to you. First, we want to place down a piston, 3 blocks inside in it, in the platform, and we need a controller, as I mentioned, a piston, a bearing that is here, and a switch to the car door to actually work. So what are we gonna do is, first you need to cut this off a door place. It can be as long as you want. It could be this long. You will show you why it's one layer you have to cut off. You place down your piston here, and you place a block on it, and on this block you take down the bearing, and then you place the door like this. And what you also don't want to do is to have a block front of the door, because then it won't pull back, and it's a shame for us. So from there it's like a simple XOR door. So it's really easy, by the way. You just make this to an XOR and connect them to the buttons and also to the piston. The controller, you connect it to the bearing and you switch it. You make the controller to rotate the bearing to 90 degree, and you connect it with the logic gate. If you want, you can pull up the speed of the controller. I usually do this because it's not that boring to watch over how the bearing is rotated over, and it's just boring for me. So if we done everything well, should open up like this. I just my game just freezed. I don't have the best PC, and it should work. It worked like that, and this is how easy some of the systems in this car. But because of the system, because of the system of the entirety of the car, it makes it looks difficult. But just opening, it's just an XOR door that opens up in a 90 degree. The last system I will show you is this interesting roof system. Oh, sorry, it's not the last. Actually, I have a system before it, and I open all of the door right now, and I press button 2. It closes all of the door. And from there, I can open even one of the door. But why? Actually, now I press the button 2. It works again. It is a system, and I call it the lock system, because what does this do? It basically lock the car doors and everything you want lock. And I actually made a copy of it. I get back after I found it. Here is the system of the car, or the lock system, so a safe system, or I don't know. And as you can see, it's pretty simple. It uses only 5 logic gate, and it's an XOR door, but it can lock itself if you press this button. If you give out this sound from this jukebox, and I open both of the doors right now. I take up the speed of them. As you can see, it open. The doors are open. If I press this button, it closes instantly. And from there, you can't even open it. But and that is because it. And if after you press this button, it will open again at the same form as it did before. But how this happened? So basically, we have a NAND logic gate right here, and we connected this to this AND logic gate. And you should follow the arrows, so it matters how you connect them. So this NAND logic gate, you connect it to this AND logic gate, and this AND logic gate you connect to the controller. And you see this XOR door, and that is what made the door functional. And this XOR logic gate you connect like this to this AND logic gate, like this in this direction. If you connect to the same way, it just simply won't work. And this is, I'm confused a bit, sorry. So this NAND logic gate is connected to this button, and this button connects to the jukebox. Just so to build it, and you can see it, I won't build both of the doors because it's the same system. But we build a simple XOR door, like how it used to work. That. And we place down the logic gate. This is an NAND logic gate, and we place a button here. The direction is also doesn't matter. We take out a jukebox to show the NAND, because this is why it's useful. You can also hear it when the door is locked or not. And we will use two logic gates. I used to place it like this. It's just because it's way easier to understand how it works, and you need a controller as well. You want to stay in AND, and we change it to this to an XOR. This XOR logic gate we connect to the AND logic gate, and also to the doors, or not the doors, to the switches. That AND logic gate comes over to this controller, and that controller comes into the bearing, and it will set it like that. And that AND logic gate also comes into the NAND logic gate. And theoretically, if we take off the lift, it won't open because the car is locked. Oh, sorry, I was done. Wait, I'll be back. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid as idiot. So it opens like this now, and if we turn on the what the fuck? Okay, I will come back after I figure it out. Okay, so I fixed the problem, and I found out I'm a stupid as idiot. So uh, I accidentally disconnect this switch to the NAND logic gate, and that's why the magic doesn't work. Now it works perfectly, as you can see. So that is what in this car. So yeah, this is how it works. And the last system, it's easy. Finally, I was just stupid at before. This system. This is just I will show you anyways, but I know it's easy and everybody can do it, but I will show it anyway. So let's do this platform to 2-layer like this. And let's say we wanna place right here our piston, because we need 2 pistons. And we wanna place a block down them, and we wanna bearing on them as well. And we pull a block, a platform again, as it can be as long as you want. And the piston is really important if you build the car, or the range is important if you build in the car, because you have to set the piston a bit to the same height as the where will be the roof is. So let's say my car is my rooftop and the car is 6 block high. We set it at both pistons. We place down the controller right here, and the logic gate as well. At the bottom we can take it right here, and it's an SOL logic gate. We connect it with the button, and we connect the logic gate with the controller. The controller, what we will use, we connect to the bearings, and we pull up to all the way up to 180 actually, like this. And we should connect the pistons with the logic gate. Then we can take out the what the fuck just. And we also can change the speed of the pistons, so we can go really fast. It's up to you how fast you want to do it, but you need then you need to change also the rotation speed. It works like this, and as you can see, it's not that hard. And this is all the system what is in this car at once. You collect them and collect them right here, and you can see all of them in once. I drive away with it a bit. Yeah, I didn't take up the motor speed that much because it doesn't make any sense. So yeah. Here are all the systems that we used in this car, in this project. We use the index system, but without the buttons, so I'll be back in a few minutes. So yeah, here is the index system, is the easiest in my opinion. Here is the rooftop system. It's also really not that hard. It also looks pretty cool. Here's a Koenigsegg door opening system. It's the easiest. It's just basically like an X-over door. It works like this, and it also can close back like this. I built it in the easy way, but here's the lock system. It works like this. In this jukebox, you can set as that sound as you want. It doesn't matter. The only thing what matter is the work, of course. And here's the light system. I think this is the coolest, to be honest. I remember I always try to figure out how this works because I always like Japanese cars, and they had this cool hide lamp, and I always try to recreate it in Scrap Mechanic, but I never could actually do it until now, and I found out it actually fucking easy. So